was buried in his grave. The year is 1793. The place, a muddy, unremarkable road just outside Edo, Japan. News rippled through the city like a poisoned stream. Tsukahara Bokyuden, the most revered swordsman in the land, lay dead. Robbed and murdered, some whispered, by bandits preying on travelers. Bokyuden, the victor of countless duels, felled by common thieves. Unthinkable, his disciples, stunned and enraged, vowed vengeance. They tracked the alleged bandits to a nearby village, a cluster of thatched roofs huddled beneath a somber sky. Justice was swift, brutal. The accused were brought before a makeshift court, their pleas of innocence drowned out by the roar of the grieving swordsmen. The bandits, or those they claimed were the bandits, confessed under duress. They were executed, their bodies left as a warning. Bokyuden's body, recovered and identified by his weeping students, was given a hero's burial. But beneath the fragrant earth and the solemn prayers, a seed of doubt began to sprout, because weeks later, a rumor surfaced, carried on the wind like falling cherry blossoms. Tsukahara Bokyuden had been seen, alive and well, far to the north. How could a dead man walk? The magistrates of Edo, already uneasy with the vigilante justice meted out by Bokyuden's disciples, launched a discreet investigation. The first cracks appeared in the seemingly solid wall of grief and certainty. The disciples, questioned separately, gave conflicting accounts of identifying the body. Some spoke of a distinctive scar above the left eye. Others claimed it was on the right. Some swore by a missing finger, a souvenir from a long-ago duel. Others remembered all 10 digits present and accounted for. The village doctor, a man more accustomed to treating coughs and cuts than verifying corpses, admitted under pressure that the body was badly disfigured, making positive identification difficult. He had simply deferred to the disciples' certainty. But certainty, it seemed, was in short supply. The investigation then turned to Bokyuden's personal life. A man of great skill, he was also known for his arrogance and sharp tongue. Had he made enemies, powerful enemies, who might desire his demise? Or, more disturbingly, could the great swordsman have orchestrated his own disappearance? The questions mounted, each more unsettling than the last. The investigation took a sharp turn when a forgotten scroll surfaced in the archives of the Edo magistrate's office. It was an anonymous letter penned months before Bokyuden's supposed death, detailing a plot to discredit and humiliate the famed swordsman. The letter spoke of a conspiracy involving rival dojos, jealous of Bokyuden's fame and influence. They planned to lure him into a staged robbery, publicly shame him, and then vanish, leaving him a laughingstock. But the letter also hinted at a darker motive. The conspirators possessed a secret, a hidden shame from Bokyuden's past that, if revealed, would shatter his reputation. The scroll mentioned a name, Okada, a master swordsman known for his ruthlessness and cunning. Okada had vanished from Edo shortly after Bokyuden's death, adding fuel to the suspicions. But the scroll also raised another, more troubling possibility. Could Bokyuden himself have been involved in the plot, using the staged robbery as a cover for something far more sinister? Had he planned to disappear all along, leaving a substitute in his place? Okada was eventually found, not in a rival dojo, but living a quiet life as a tea merchant in a remote mountain village. He denied any involvement in Bokyuden's death, claiming he had left Edo due to a gambling debt. However, under interrogation, his story began to unravel. He admitted to knowing of the plot to humiliate Bokuden, but insisted it never went beyond the planning stage. Then, a bombshell. Okada revealed that Bokuden had confided in him about a dark secret from his youth. A drunken brawl that resulted in the accidental death of a fellow student. Bokuden had used his family's influence to bury the incident, but the guilt had haunted him for years. Okada suggested that Bokuden, burdened by this secret and fearing exposure, may have seen the staged robbery as an opportunity to finally escape his past. But escape to where? And if Bokuden was alive, who was the man buried in his grave? The investigation team redoubled its efforts, exhuming the body for a second, more thorough examination. The exhumation yielded a shocking discovery. The body was not only Asterisk, not Tsukahara Bokuden. It was also not the body of any known swordsman in Edo. The man in the grave was a farmer, easily identified by his calloused hands and simple clothing, which was nothing like the fine robes a famed warrior would wear. But how did a farmer end up being mistaken for the greatest swordsman in Japan? The answer lay in the confession of a low-ranking member of the Bokuden dojo, driven to despair by guilt. He revealed that the bandits they had executed were, in fact, innocent travelers who had simply been in the wrong place at the wrong time. In their grief and rage, the disciples had seized upon these unfortunate souls, torturing them into confessing to a crime they did not commit. And the body they had presented as Bokuden's, it was a convenient substitute, a way to close the case and satisfy their thirst for revenge. Tsukahara Bokuden, it turned out, had vanished, leaving behind a web of lies, mistaken identities, and innocent blood. He was never found, his fate forever shrouded in mystery, a testament to the dangerous power of reputation, the intoxicating allure of vengeance, and the chilling ease with which truth can be buried beneath a lie. The greatest trick Bokuden ever pulled was making the world believe he was dead.